So we're at Granite Mountain Memorial State Park. This is the trail that leads up to and over the mountain. Apparently looks down onto the burnover site where the hotshots were killed. This trail, I guess, according to the ranger down below, is about 4 miles up to the top of the mountain. And then along the way, there's a small memorial for each of the 19, starting with Eric Marsh, the soup. His was just down below, and it looks like we're coming up on the next one up here. That's Mom in front of us. Anyway, I think it's about 1,200 feet of elevation gain. The ranger said it's a pretty good jaunt. So this is what I was talking about. Along the way, they memorialize each hotshot. This is Clayton. He was a squad boss. It started down below with Eric Marsh, the soup, and then Jesse was the next one because he was the assistant soup. So it looks like it's kind of going in order of rank. And these seem to be spaced like
600 feet apart.
Yeah, something like that, right? Oh, they said that on the side? Yeah, so Mom says 600 feet apart. So we're just continuing on up the trail. So we're on the third hotshot, Clayton, and there's like 16 more of these to go. But quite a view. This is People's Valley down below. By the way, it's colder than heck today, about 31 or 32 degrees. Anyway, I think the memorial will continue up the side of this hill, and then, you know, like I said, the burnover site's going to be on the other side.
People, while at the same time be immersed in the outdoor and experience the wildness of nature. Robert and would have continued to be a career hotshot. Many young men and women joined the wildland firefighting force as a stepping stone to become structural firefighter. But Robert was born for this job. As a born leader, his natural team spirit and passion for others and ethicism, something combined with his love for nature, made him the ideal hotshot. Robert's life was split between the dedication he had for his career and hotshot, and by the love he shared with his family. Robert was 23. He was a loving stepfather, husband, son, brother, and friend.
It's another crew member. It's Travis Carter, and says he was all-state, all-conference football player in high school. Right on.
Ashcraft with a giant mustache, and they nicknamed him Stashcraft among the hotshot crew.
So I believe we're starting to near the summit, and you also beginning to see some of the burned fuel. But super weird, right? That fire burned like it did with this kind of fuel load and as much rock as there is. You know, how do you even scratch out a line in this stuff. Anyway, check back in at the summit. Check it out. So this is Joe Thurston. One of the paragraphs on his bio reads, an avid outdoorsman. He loves skateboarding, snowboarding, cliff jumping, hiking, and anything that could get the blood pumping. Sound familiar? He was a talented drummer and member of several bands. Joe could always be found at the park with the kids or in the kitchen making up a masterpiece of a meal. Joe earned his bachelor's degree in biology in 2006 and his EMT in 2011. Joe began his wildland firefighting career in 2008, working for Black Timber Fire, as well as the Groom Creek Fire Department. He was thrilled and so proud when he became a Granite Mountain hotshot in 2012. Very smart, extremely loving man. He will be so missed. He is survived by his wife, Marcina, and his children, Ethan and Colin. Cool dude. So super cool. It was a bad A hike. You know what? The only fitting, right, that you have to earn the right to visit the memorial. To me, that's just the way it ought to be for these 19 guys. This is Wade. I think he was the youngest member of the crew at 21. Just about at the summit. And as we get further up and able to see down into the town of Yarnell, we should, start to see the, where the burnover site is. Halfway up, that was down there, a false summit. But we're about halfway into the hike, and it's a butt kicker, but only fitting, right? Should have to earn the right to go pay respect to these guys. Shout out to the trail crew. Nice trail though, all the way up. Trail crew getting after it. Actually carving out steps in the granite. As you go up this trail, and you can see this thing is legit. So this is William Howard Warnarkey. These guys, there's all a common theme to these guys. So William, right, enlisted in the United States Marine Corps when he was 17, served a combat tour in Iraq, graduated from Pima Community College in Tucson, Arizona, where he earned his EMTB, then graduated from college, or the college's fire academy, took additional courses at the Arizona Wildfire Academy, and earned a degree in fire science. These guys are just all solid dudes. So now we've made it to the ridge, climbed up the backside. The memorial starts on the backside of this ridge down below on the other side in Peoples Valley, and then kind of crest out over there, walk along kind of the side of this ridge, and then down below you can see, let me zoom in, that's the ranch that the crew, the hotshots were trying to get to protect it, just on the outskirts of Yarnell. So that's the town of Yarnell below. And then right down here is the actual memorial where they died. So the fire came, well, as they came down off of this ridge and down into this little draw, they lost sight of the fire coming from east to west in the other valley over. And they got down in this draw on the fire. They came, it came around, the flaming front came around the bottom of that little draw, and then their escape route back up here, it kind of split and came over this way as well. So then obviously, they're trapped down there, and that's the burnover site. So we're now kind of at a spot in the trail that's kind of a lookout that looks, down into the draw where the memorial itself is, down below there where they died. And then here's that little spine, and then the valley to the east where the direction of fire was coming from. And then here, obviously, thin red line representing. And check this out, super cool. So a tribute wall where firefighters have left their unit patches, flags, mementos, pins. This one right here, Glendale Fire Department Special Operations, L-Attack. It looks like structural crews, wildland crews. Pretty touching. Shirts. So this section of the trail is called the Journey. Symbolic, I guess, in that it represents the Hotshot's final, the final stage of their journey. And this section leads us down to the burnover site, the actual memorial. So this sign, right, this is what they're calling the final journey, and it kind of gives a perspective. This overlook basically is the same as this sign. So you look down here, there's the old grader site. That's where Donut was the lookout. And then, according to the sign, right up here is where the Hotshots left the safety of the black, and probably, right, they were up here, looking at the fire down in the valley, and then looking at the ranch down below, and that's when they made that decision, to go try and make themselves useful, go protect the ranch. So they figured they had plenty of time with the fire being over here. They had time to get down this draw to the ranch, and of course, weather conditions played a part, obviously, in the fire catching them. I think it said one documentary that it was moving at 10 to 12 miles an hour, so it caught them at the bottom of this draw. They never made it to the ranch, but it's kind of a cool perspective here as to what they were actually seeing and feeling at the time, and you can kind of see how and why they made the decision they made. But anyway, so I don't want to take any video down at the actual site, but out of respect. But there's the memorial itself, and if you look closer, you can see the crosses that mark where each individual hotshot deployed their shelter. So, man, once you get down here, you see how close they actually were to the ranch. It's just over that little rise right there, but maybe not even like 300 or 400 yards. So they're, man, so close to making it.